Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on wrapping up this final war here. I was just looking at our war goals here, and this is going to be 750 for unoccupied systems and planets. So I'm not entirely sure that we're going to have enough here to achieve war goals from finishing that. We'll see what it ends up looking like. For now, I want to head up into Tiamat up here. This is partially occupied by the progenitors down over this way. And then we're going to need to clean up a lot of little areas out over here, right? So this is fine. Taking this path like so. And then we'd head up to Birkenmar and then over to here, like that. And that would clean up this entire area in theory. Once we arrive here, we would just head in and bombard here, right? So that would be the overall concept for that one. Now, we're at 2.3k alloys, and we should probably, definitely, reinforce our fleets. Let's check in on the status of construction ships. They seem okay for the moment. And let's check in on jobs real quick here. Anything going on there? The answer is actually no. Okay, so we are ready to proceed. So we are, of course, attacking up over here. Let's bump this up to fastest speed. There we go. We'll take over this station and then begin bombardment at Vetten Vata here. So that looks good. We're going to be, of course, invading at Vitikra here. That'll work. And that'll be absolutely fine. We're, of course, also heading over to Bartium. Well, we've already invaded here, actually. So this is looking absolutely wonderful on that front. However, they're only at 75% war exhaustion right now, which isn't a lot. And we're only at 19 occupation at the moment as well. So it's a little odd, for sure. We're running into some progenitors down over here, so that's fine. So they headed down there. Okay, a little awkward to be sure. But I guess it's fine.
Planetary incursion initiative.
So we finished up landing in Bartium. That sounds good. We're going to land on Bartium 4 next, although that is going to be... It's going to be a fair amount of damage that we're going to take. That's okay. They're not actually bombarding that, so this is the best that we're going to get, unfortunately. Up here in Murist, we are going to have this taken over very, very shortly. We can see they're down to 858 reasons at this point. Okay.
Commencing planetary incursion.
So that looks reasonably fine-ish. I do think we're going to take this fleet back down over this way and put them into further occupation out over this way. I think that is absolutely necessary at this time. So we're going to head out and do exactly that. How's our bombardment here going? 1972, and this is 1070. Okay, that is noted. So this is over, and we're going to come in and land here next. And all three of these fleets, as soon as this begins, are going to head elsewhere. The question is where? If we go into here, we can see it's still the same systems, so we don't have any further information on what those two further systems are. So that's, you know, mildly awkward. But we'll just head on in over here. The Republic of Shantar Prime is, of course, mildly awkward for us, but I guess it's fine. They have managed to come through here and are attacking our fleet in Ballesta, but I don't expect this to be a significant issue. Except that we're swarming here, rather than, you know, actually properly fighting them.
Spaceports sustaining
I guess it's fine. We are winning the fight, and they retreated. Okay, well that's definitely not the way we wanted that to go, but it's fine. It's absolutely okay. So we're invading in Bartium here. And we're going to take some hits there, no doubt about it. That is definitely going to happen. So, we've invaded here. I want these forces to actually come over to Jardlafon. We're going to want to attack these guys. Excellent. So, we're going to head over and do exactly that. We're going to need that back under our control. We know that that was one of the systems that we needed here. Yep. Indeed. So that is
Spaceport offline.
over we go, and we're going to take that right on back. No problem whatsoever there. So that looks good. Out over this direction, these guys, yeah, they're heading over to this by sunlight touched. We're definitely going to need to take that back. So they're just kind of chilling here. We'll arrive over there reasonably soon. So that sounds good. We are, of course, fighting this fleet. It got even stronger. They must have turned on edicts. But it's a dimensional fleet, and so we should have no real problem there. They retreated. Okay, so we're heading on over this way, continuing to reinforce. That fleet is at full strength, and we'll get this fleet reinforcing. Perfect. Jardlafon is now back under our control, and if we check in here, we can see it's the same 5 systems at this point. We need to get these invasions completed, is what needs to happen. So this one is going reasonably well. They've disengaged a lot of their forces. If we head over here, actually it is over here, we can see that this one is just about over. It's really, really close. Beautiful.
Planetary incursion
so that's under control now.
Successful.
And these guys, they can head over and land here. 1861, though, it's still quite a lot in terms of how much forces there are there. We might not want to land here just yet. We might want to bring these guys up to bombard and have this force instead come in and land here. 1070. Yeah, we're probably going to want to bring up reinforcements for that army, and this is 13k. That's more than enough. So we're going to get that moving on up to reinforce.
Striking hostile station.
Excellent. Mendok Prime here, we can see, requires a job, and we'll get a robot assembly complex going there. And, of course, we've got the forward defense fleet, which is just kind of chilling here. And I want to send that also down this direction. So let's... Why can we not go into Corolla here? Like, that was odd. We couldn't select it at all. Whatever. It is okay. So these guys are going to head up over here and help out with the bombardment, which will be absolutely fine. There's a bunch of fortresses there. Understood. And then we're going to land on Marut. Wonderful. So, if we take a look at this, we're at 98% at this point. Okay, we can now see all of these. Bartiam, Mu Ophiochi, Moodstrom, and Greater Ovii. Okay. So, where is Greater Ovii? There? Okay, that's a strange location to have to go. Noted, though. So what else do we need in here? So where is Moodstrom? Okay, that's right down over here. That is noted, then. We're going to have to send some forces up there, and I'm thinking right now that we would send probably these 3, and this one would remain here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump drive these 3 over to Moodstrom. And that'll be fine for now. We're going to get these reinforcements up over here very shortly. They're going to be able to jump drive from Emmer or Baltris. They should be able to get there from Emmer, I think. So that'll be okay. We're going to jump drive up to here.
Commencing planetary
These are very
incursion
strange
initiative.
systems to have to take, but, you know, whatever. And these guys here, they are engaging the by sunlight touched, so that looks good.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
There we go. No problem there. We just obliterate that fleet. That looks excellent. Bringing them up to 80% war exhaustion. So that is better, but it is certainly not good. We'll see what that ends up looking like. And then we're going to need to jump drive this fleet over to Brink. Now, they do have a couple of forces here. I think we'll be strong enough even after the jump drive to fight both of these forces instantly. It should be fine. So that'll be okay. We're continuing to push through over here. The real question is, where is By Peers Accepted going? And we're going to have to come over this way as well. Something like that. Okay. So that seems fine for the time being. These guys over here, where are they? Yeah, they are now ready to jump drive over. Can they quite reach this? Actually, surprisingly, they can. So that seems fine. So they're going to jump on over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. They are now here. And they are going to come up and land here. Now, this fleet needs additional reinforcements. That is a battleship that it's trying to reinforce. Okay. Mildly awkward, for sure. And these guys are going to just come in here and take over Moodstrom. Now, there is definitely a habitat here. There's also a transport fleet here. What is the strength of this habitat? 1237? I mean, we're going to bombard that for sure. So that seems fine. We're at 98% war exhaustion right now, by the way. They'll be able to enforce peace on us pretty soon. But that's fine.
Spaceports
okay,
sustaining
so
damage.
we win those battles without any concern. That was obviously going to happen. We'll continue to reinforce our fleets here. And this is now under our control. The question is, what way do we want to go here? Well, let's go take over Light's End first. There's an L gate there, and that'll be fine for right now. So Moodstrom is going to be under our control. We're currently fighting this transport fleet, and that's not going to last very long. Excellent. We're now going to come in and bombard Rinston. So that'll be absolutely fine. Now, these guys have jump drived and are landing here, while these guys are still invading.
Initiative successful.
That seems okay.
Planetary incursion
We'll have that
initiative.
over quite soon. So no problem
offline.
whatsoever there in theory. They're up to 83% war exhaustion now, so they're down to 550 reasons. There are 3 systems left to take here, but note how the unoccupied systems and planets are only 450 reasons. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. We need a lot more occupation, we need more war exhaustion, and we need to change the relative navy strength. So that is all something. It's certainly something. So Moodstrom is going to be under our control relatively soon. How's our invasion down here in Bartium? Yeah, that is finished. So these guys really should be heading up over this direction. And they can just make their way in here. I want this force to be chasing down these guys. In fact, I want a jump drive up here to get them. Get up here. I want to guarantee that we take out this force. In fact, they're going up to Tiamat. We're going to follow suit. Okay, so that should be fine. We're going to catch them there. Abandoned gateway near Light's End. Yes, we found an L gate. That's our first L gate that we've ever found, by the way.
Planetary incursion initiative successful.
So, you know, that's mildly awkward. Okay, so this is under our control. Now I want to hit Turzon into Himpra. That'll be fine. We need to continue to occupy territory here. That is of utmost priority right now. And they're currently attacking us in Moodstrom. That's fine. This fleet is intended to come in and merge with these guys. And then this force, they are free to back off and go to, like, Merc for right now. They're going to hold this area, although they are quite weak. So that is understood. And we're continuing to battle up over this way. That is fine. If we check in, the relative navy strength is -5 at this moment. Okay. So that is definitely understood. We are fighting up in Tiamat, and that is dealt with. Fantastic. So now we can push through all of this area. Okay. They have occupied, the progenitors have occupied some of this, which is mildly awkward, but it's fine. Okay. So we should have another fleet over here soon. And yes, we just reached 100% war exhaustion. They can now force peace on us after 2 years. So, like I've said, we've got a clock here. But so do they. So that is absolutely understood. They're still attacking us-ish over here in Moodstrom.
Hostile station.
Ish. Yeah, they're just cruising on through. Okay. That is noted. So up over here, we'll have this under control very, very shortly. Extraordinarily shortly, in fact. These guys are on their way over. They're continuing to try to attack us through Ballesta. And it's continuing to
Planetary
fail.
incursion initiative successful. Initializing hostile engagement
So this is fine. Like, this is going to just get them more war exhaustion, and on top of it, it is reducing their fleet power compared to ours. So that is excellent. Oh, by the way, we're at 377 consumer goods, and I wanted, but forgot until now, I wanted to go through and switch a couple of industrial worlds over, or rather, maybe even just this factory world. 807, okay, not this factory world. Well, actually, we do have these affluence emporiums. Probably not this factory world, but I want to switch something over. Now, we do have this generator world here. This should be resettled. We might as well do all of this while we're in here. So let's resettle this over to Azalash, which should still have a few jobs available, although it is running lower. Okay, there we go. And then we've got this world here, which is currently... What kind of world is this? A generator station? I mean, fair enough. I'm going to build the reactor districts and the mining districts. I'm also going to build the zero-G research districts. But then we're going to build alloy foundries and civilian industries, and then max this out with with industrial districts for now. So then this is a generator station here. Similar sort of story, but we're just going to get this Habitat Central Control done. Maraid Prime here. This is a research station. Seems good. Mars Generator here. We could build a building slot. And to be honest, what do we want to build here? An ancient refinery, I guess? That seems fine. The Polaris refinery here, I think that we should continue to build industrial districts. That'll be fine. This is a science world here. I'm going to put in an industrial district. This is a full world, so we're going to resettle that over to Azalash, even though we are running out of places to put people there. And here, I think that we should absolutely put in an industrial district. Here is full. We'll resettle over to Azalash again. That seems fine. Nahal Industrial here is relatively full, but we'll upgrade this fortress. And then we've got this science world, which has a lot of science upgrades that it can do. This world is currently full, and once again, over to Azalash. Okay, so I don't think we did all of these down here. Let's just go back down to the bottom and check on these. So this is a generator station here. I'm just going to put in a robot assembly complex for now. This is fine for the moment. Upgrading the robot assembly complex for each of these would be absolutely okay for right now. Okay, this is a generator station here, sure. Refinery station here, allegedly. Although I don't really want it to end up being a refinery station in the end, but for now we'll just put in a reactor district. It'll be okay. This is a generator station here. This needs an astro mining bay. A lot of these are going to grow into being more industrial, but they're not there yet. And here I'm just going to put in a stronghold. Okay, this is a forge world here, and yes, we absolutely want it to remain a forge world. This is a fortress world, and we can put in an industrial district. I'm going to do that. And then this is a generator world here, and we've already handled this. Okay, so that sounds good. Now, we were looking for a factory world or an industrial world that we could switch over into being a forge world, because we're making too many consumer goods right now. So if we were to switch this, we will still make some consumer goods here, but we're making 604 right now. We need to switch 300 and some. So we're making 6 here. Yeah. See, that's the overall problem here. We're going to have a hard time finding one that actually works. We'd like to switch it over in stages, and that's going to be really awkward for us. There's not really a world right now that we could do without having a big deficit of consumer goods, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. So that would end up being the industrial world Or this is a factory world here. Yeah. What if we switch this over to simply being an industrial world? So instead of being 604 here, it's split half and half. That's probably much more like what we're looking for. Yeah, that looks solid. So that boosts up our alloy generation and reduces our consumer goods. Perfect. These guys are swarming again here, and that's definitely not ideal. They will eventually take these out, but it's going to take some time. For the moment, of course, we're going to continue to reinforce our fleets, and that is fine. Now then, I want to pop back over here and see what exactly we've got going on over this way. Okay, noted. Up here, these guys are fully occupied, so I want to jump drive to Moodstrom. Wait a sec. Still recharging. Okay, so we've got like 59 days until they can do that. That is fine. So we're going to continue to bombard over here and bring in some reinforcement. That'll be okay. Are they moving to attack us with this fleet? Oh, this is the Unbidden. Okay, that's the Unbidden there. We would prefer not to fight the Unbidden for right now. So we have 397 reasons. 300 of those are unoccupation. Okay. So that is absolutely noted. And where's our other fleet that we sent over this way? Didn't we send another fleet down over here to jump drive over? I'm 99% certain we did, to come down this direction. But I don't currently see it. The 5th fleet is heading up here and will eventually head down that way. But I thought we had sent the... That's the other 5th fleet. I thought that we had sent the forward defense fleet over here. Where are you guys? Back at Seoul. With 2 Titans. What? Okay. Well, let's send them out over here. So they're going to head down this direction. It's going to take them 400 days to get there. That is lengthy. No doubt about that. That's okay. We do need to attack up over here, and we can actually send our army up there. Where's that army at? I know there's an army over here somewhere. Army, where are you? We've got an army here. We've got an army here, Imoletto. Okay, so their job is going to be to head to Tiamat. They can't get there just yet, but they should be able to jump drive there pretty soon. So we'll send them over to, like, Groman. We'll be fine. And we will put in... Suzanne Legal, do you have any assignment right now? You don't. Okay, we'll put you in there. Sounds good. These guys will be ready to jump drive in a few days. And if we check in here, 395. Okay. Let's go take Shantar. That should be relatively okay. And we'll continue to reinforce our fleets. We need quite a lot more in terms of alloys. We could buy a couple of alloys. It is going to tank our resources very quickly. But that's okay. Let's exchange some of these less valuable resources here for alloys. And we can absolutely do that. So this is absolutely destroying the price of these. This is very inefficient, but that's fine. So we're just going to buy in whatever we can here, and it's not a lot, but it's 12k overall. So that is a reasonable chunk, over 20% of the alloys that we need. So we'll get going on that. Yes, I see these guys are idle. And that's absolutely fine for the moment. I'm much more concerned about getting this war completed. Are these unbidden up here? They are. Noted. So this world, or this system is fully controlled by us right now. We need to go take Greater Ovi. And these guys are going to end up jump driving there. This ended up surrendering. So that's absolutely fine. Off we go. And we're going to go take Greater Ovi. So now if we check in here, we can see that all we need is Greater Ovi, in theory. These guys should be in position to jump drive at this point over to Tiamat. And we're going to do exactly that. Perfect. So we're going to jump drive over there. That will give us some additional reasons here. And as soon as we get there, we're going to land on Thek Ukobis. That'll be fine. We have to declare war. Oh, these are occupied by the progenitors? awkward. Okay, so we can't actually do that. These are occupied by the progenitors. Okay. Well, we did shave off some of our journey anyway. So we're going to head over towards Himpra, I guess. I should have checked that. These guys should definitely start bombardment here on Lancord. It has an FTL inhibitor, but actually, by the time we get there, that is very likely... What is this? Oh, that's in Greater OVI. Okay. That is very likely to have surrendered by the time we get there. That's okay. We are completely and totally okay with that. So that seems fine. They're up in I-Plate here. These guys are still swarming and fighting this army. I really wish they wouldn't do this. This is a very irritating bug.
Hostile engagement protocols.
These guys should be coming up here
Council
and attacking.
available.
But whatever. So they're definitely sending some forces into I-Plate. And we do have that forward defense fleet that is going to be going straight through there. So that seems relatively okay for the time being. I think that's fine. At this point, Greater OVI is under our control, and we're going to start bombarding at Doxton. That's 2670, and OVI is 1362. Sure. So these guys are going to jump drive in now. And as soon as they arrive there, of course, we are going to land on Ovi. So that'll be fine. And if we were to achieve war goals, we can check in here. We're going to be 94 short, 94 reasons short at this point. That means we need a lot more occupation, and that also means that we need to get rid of a lot of their fleets. Unfortunately, with the Unbidden up in this area, it's going to be a little awkward for us. No doubt about that. So Shantar is currently under our control. Let's start bombardment of Svrak. And I would like to check in here to see what this fleet strength is. 6K. That is good enough. So, let's see here. You do not currently have any orders. So let's move you up to Kadraka. With the, or actually, maybe just Gloria would be close enough, with the idea of coming in and invading at Shantar. That would be the idea. So these guys are going to take a while to move around. That's understood. We're at 4.3k alloys at this point. We should definitely continue to reinforce. There we go. That seems good. And we should be done at Himpra relatively soon, to be honest. This bombardment should not take all that long. So that seems good.
Planetary incursion initiative.
So these guys will head up here. They, in fact, should be already landing. And indeed they are.
Spaceport sustaining damage.
That looks excellent. Transport sustaining damage. Where? Their transports? I mean, yeah, we're pot-shotting them from across the system. For some reason. I don't know why we're doing this, but we're doing this.
Striking hostile
well,
station.
it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to go take back I-Plate. And unfortunately, they have managed to take back this system, or the planet here as well. That's very rude of them, but we're going to come take this back. No big deal. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.